Growing up, a Trump wasn't as picture perfect as it might seem. Despite his family's immense wealth, Eric Trump says his childhood was far from easy, and it was largely because of his older sister, Ivanka Trump. In his new book, Under Siege: My Family's Fight to Save Our Nation, Eric opens up about what life was really like inside the Trump household, and he doesn't hold back. Growing up, Ivanka would blame Don or me for virtually every mistake she made as a child, Eric revealed in an excerpt obtained by RadarOnline. According to Eric, it was his older brother Donald Trump Jr. who took the brunt of Ivanka's antics. She threw Don under the bus, he added. But while Eric's book sheds light on some sibling rivalry, he also offers praise for his sister. He calls Ivanka a wonderful person, mother and friend, describing her as a superstar in almost every aspect of her life. Still, the family dynamic reportedly shifted after Donald Trump became president in 2016. Eric writes that he and his siblings began to feel like outsiders as Ivanka followed their father to Washington, serving as a senior advisor and director of the Office of Economic Initiatives and Entrepreneurship in the White House. Politics, however, isn't something Ivanka wants to revisit. Earlier this year, she confirmed she has no plans to return to politics, saying the emotional toll on her and her family is not a life I want. Meanwhile, Donald Trump recently shared a sweet moment about his granddaughter Kai Trump, the eldest child of Donald Jr., saying the two share many similarities. Eric and Ivanka Trump have always shared the unique bond and pressure of being raised in one of America's most high-profile families. As two of Donald Trump's three eldest children with his first wife, Ivana Trump, they grew up in the spotlight, surrounded by privilege, expectation, and their father's growing business empire. Yet, as Eric Trump recently revealed, life as a Trump sibling wasn't always glamorous. In his new book, Under Siege: My Family's Fight to Save Our Nation, Eric opens up about the complicated dynamics of the Trump household. He recalls how Ivanka, despite being known publicly for her poise and perfection, could be tough to grow up with. Ivanka would blame Don or me for virtually every mistake she made as a child, he writes. Eric claims it was often his older brother, Donald Trump Jr., who bore the brunt of her blame. She threw Don under the bus, he added, describing a childhood filled with sibling rivalry behind the golden image the public saw. Still, Eric doesn't only cast his sister in a negative light. He also calls Ivanka a wonderful person, mother and friend, praising her ambition and drive. To him, she has always been a superstar, someone who excelled in every role she took on, from business to motherhood. Their bond, though sometimes strained, remains rooted in mutual respect and a shared understanding of what it means to carry the Trump name. The siblings' paths diverged dramatically when their father became president in 2016. Ivanka moved to Washington, D.C., taking on a prominent role as a senior advisor in the White House, while Eric and Don Jr. stayed behind to run the Trump Organization. Eric has said that during those years, he and his brother felt like outsiders as Ivanka became immersed in politics. For her part, Ivanka later admitted that political life took a toll on her and her family, and she has no desire to return to it. Despite their differences, Eric and Ivanka remain linked by loyalty to their family, their father, and to the empire that made their name known around the world. Their story reflects both the privilege and pressure of being a Trump, a mix of success, scrutiny, and a bond that, despite everything, endures.